Welcome to the Conversations with Concerned Citizens podcast. Here we talk about societal issues, trending topics, and soapbox conversations, with the hope of coming up with solutions by attacking the ideas and not the person. Sometimes we're prophetic too. Always check your emotions at the door. We appreciate your participation, as it helps to bring a broader perspective in solving the problem. We are a podcast for the concerned citizens. Thank you for being here. The show will start shortly.
It's Monday. Happy Monday.
We grand rising. New week, new topics, huh? New week, new topics. Amen. And shout out to the chat, y'all. Please forgive me today. I am under the weather with the summer cold. It ain't the Hanta, so you're safe. We're good. It's just a little summer cold, a little allergy, a little something. So I'm a little congested over here. Please forgive me.
Well, we hope you all had a great weekend. It was graduation weekend my way, so it was a little nutso. But it was a good weekend. I was able to round up some topics for y'all. We've got a new STD that is on the rise.
Yeah. Speaking of graduation season, family.
STDs are on the rise. We got.
Is it a super STD? I keep hearing these super STDs, or it's just new. It's a new.
It's a brand new one. Yeah, it's brand new.
Is it the one that looks like ringworm?
Yes, ma'am.
I saw that.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a tricho one.
Oh.
It's got a new name and everything. It's actually the 13th. Isn't the 8th? V11 is the 7th, maybe?
Yeah, V11 is 7th. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it would be the 7th of that. That's crazy.
Of that tricha, whatever that. I do know the STD term, tricha something, but you know. Well, they say it ain't tricking if you got it. Y'all better watch out.
Oh God. And then we got a conversation of, if it is actually a good thing to have rich people in the economy for poor people. I kind of want to hear what y'all have to say about that. Because I think that's kind of interesting. And, then I also found, a teacher trying to teach her students her pronouns. And the students weren't having it, ma'am. They were not having her and her pronouns. Okay. Kind of wanted to see how y'all would feel, because a lot of us have kids in school, What if your kid came home talking about, listen, mom, listen, dad, this teacher is up here trying to get me to call her Zer, Z, and Zim. Okay, I'm confused.
Okay.
She looks like a her.
Who talking? Look, we talk about trick and we'll bring them out, won't it? Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. What's up, Miss Paulette? How are you, Mama? Mayor's here and Layton. Hey, y'all. Well, Godmomma. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I got some things over here as well, baby. Let's get into it. Let's get this show started, baby.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share if you can.
Also, family, we are live from Guantanamo Bay. I was notified last week that I am now on the Fed's watch list. They've detained me for harboring people who are in, I guess, investigation. I don't know. I didn't know you couldn't harbor somebody if they wasn't actually wanted. But I mean, hey. So we live from Guantanamo
Friend.
Bay until further notice. Okay. And next week we might be in El Salvador. I don't know. Trump ain't playing with us. Okay. That's what I
So
heard.
now you know what it feels like to be in the basement, huh? To be locked in the basement.
Y'all put some money on that books. Y'all put some money on my books now. Come on. Hurry up. I only got 1 hour to do this. I only got 1 hour of yard time in Guantanamo Bay because Drew Freeman has now included me in his federal indictment against Super Saiyan Jim. All right, family. What we got going on? Let's switch it up a little bit. Godmomma talking about these damn super STIs. I don't even want to get into it. Y'all already know how I feel. Y'all already know how I feel. If you want to bump uglies, don't be shocked when you get the uglies.
Okay.
I'm not shocked at all. We got super meth running through the streets of California. Why wouldn't there be super STIs to go with it? Okay? It only makes sense. It only makes sense. Please. So I was over here looking and scrolling, minding my business as well. And before we even finished our show yesterday or last week, there was a podcaster. Well, he calls himself an IRL streamer, which is in real life streaming. He goes by the name Chud the Builder. I've never heard of this white man. I don't watch streamers like that. There's nothing in it. Now, I'll watch the clips from a stream, but I won't sit and watch the whole stream. Okay. Chud the Builder has been making waves in the headlines. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with it, of what's going on. If not, let me give you a quick rundown of it. This man was outside a courthouse for an unrelated situation, but his claim to fame in the streamer world is being an antagonist. He likes to go to, he says he doesn't go out of his way, that he just likes to stream as, it's just him. He just walks outside and he just happens to be in these locations.
What does he do, Frank? Because he's new to, I've never heard of this man.
Well, he uses the N-word, and he does it to, like I said, antagonize people of color. It doesn't matter if you are Middle Eastern, to him, you're a sand N-word. It doesn't matter if you're from Mexico, you're a, type slur. Just extremely. So, but he prefers to antagonize the Black community, and he uses the N-word. And then when they get up in his face, he turns the camera towards them and says, "Go ahead and chimp out."
What?
That's his little slogan. His slogan is "chimp out." Well, somebody caught him on the right day and was ready to chimp out. Okay? Somebody met his energy. Okay? Not only did they match it, meet it, they over duplicated the energy. Okay? This man was coming out the court. We will find out as the investigation proceeds. Where did the gun even come from? Because you are not supposed to have a firearm when you go into a courthouse.
Right.
So it was him leaving. Chud the Builder was leaving the courthouse, like I said, from an unrelated situation. Why he was there, I do not know. I heard it was for traffic court. I'm not sure, family. But when he comes out of the courthouse, a Black man approached him and was like, "Hey, I heard you was looking for somebody to chimp out. I have PTSD, blah, blah, blah." They got into an altercation and got physical. Chud the Builder miraculously ends up with a firearm. Do not know where it came from, who had it. Was it the cameraman? I'm not sure, family. The details will come out. He shoots the Black man that came up to him and confronted him. The Black man continued to beat him after he was shot. Chud got scared and shot again and ended up shooting himself.
What?
Both parties are doing well. Both parties are expected full recovery, no serious injury. Now, right here in front of my screen, family, is where the judge sets the bond. I'm going to blow it up to the big screen so that way y'all can see the look on this man's face when the judge says, "Oh, no, baby, it's 1.25 million to show silly goofing ass out of here. It sounds like the judge is wanting to set an example for these in real life streamers. Y'all not gonna be out here doing the most, provoking anybody. But look at also, family, here is a black man standing right in front of him. You see, he wasn't ready. He wasn't in his face antagonizing here, was he? He was on his best behavior. Let's watch his body language and let's listen to the judge.
So we're gonna have a bail.
I'm gonna set just a bond right now till we have our bail hearing. Then I'll let you make all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended up or down. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million. 1.25 million. Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, we're here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies and his bond status. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So the 26th at 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 21st at 9 o'clock for a bond hearing, and then the 26th at 9 for a preliminary hearing right here. Does that work for everybody's calendar? General, does that work for the state?
Yes.
All right.
Just for the court's information and Mr. Finley, the state is going to request and file a source hearing when and if there's an attempt to make bond.
Okay. Is there any objection of us taking all those matters up at the bond hearing on the 21st?
No.
Mr. Finley, do you have any objection to doing it that way? That's the most efficient way, I think.
Judge, we'll try and have everything lined up for the court.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Mr. Finley, from you today?
No, sir.
All right. From the state? Okay. That'll conclude these proceedings today, okay?
Thank you,
We'll
Judge.
be in recess.
For your recess, keep your seats.
Well, all right, family. He didn't look too happy. I'm not going to be playing any of Chud's streams. He does it. This is it. So the court hearing, the next, what did he say? Bond hearing will be on the 21st, which is this Thursday, family. And then the preliminary, I mean, we getting right to it, aren't we? Is on the 26th, the day after Memorial Day. So yes, Chud the Builder, we about to see all that action. People are comparing, unfortunately, this situation to the two young boys who got into the altercation at the track meet, the Carmelo Anthony and the young boy that passed. I can't recall his name. So they're trying to compare that, and it's just not the case. That was a high school event because Carmelo Anthony's bond was only $125,000 or $250,000. It wasn't in the millions. And so, of course, the white supremacist people are up in arms about it. Oh, well, nanny, nanny, boo-boo.
Right.
Nanny, nanny, boo-boo.
Because like you said, how did he even have a weapon at the courthouse? Hello. Why was it so readily available? I didn't hear anything about him running back to the court or to the car. But like I said, we will get more as to be expected. We will get more. But this brings up a question, family. What should be the punishment for a white person saying the N-word? What should be the punishment? What do y'all think? I mean, let's keep it a buck. What should be the punishment for saying the N-word? That's a good question. Because old school would be cut out their tongue. Okay, cut their tongue out. You know, teach them. But then again, you got to, you know, they get we know that there's certain white people in certain communities in certain areas that are given the quote unquote pass, right? So then what do you do then if one of the community members has given them a pass? Do you then punish the community member as well, or just the white person saying it? Because I have issues with the pass thing. Like, who gave you a pass? Baby, you'll get your head knocked off over this way. Okay? Stop it. Calm down. And
See,
and I've encountered friends, some white people that use the hard N word, but they're not even talking about black people, they're talking about white people.
mm-hmm.
I've encountered those type of white people too, and it throws me off guard. Like, hold on, who are you calling that? And them right there, I'm like, that's a okay. Well, I can't even be mad at that. You know what I mean? Like
people would burn their.
How can I be mad at that?
Well, somebody got a pass. His name is Theo Vaughn. And guess who gave him that pass? Mike Tyson. Let's watch, family. Let's watch. Does Mike Tyson have authority to give Theo Vaughn
Crash in the ditch, right? And so me and my buddy William, we would get out there, and my buddy Larry, and we would get all wet, and we would run and jump through the smoke in the ditch until we were pretty darkerish, right? And then, bro, we would kind of wait until somebody drove by and yelled the N-word at us.
Anyway, I hate that. Say nigga. I say nigga. You don't say N-word for bitch. Say nigga. All these people throw by and call us niggas.
Wait, hold on.
Say, man.
Do you need me to say? If you need, I don't want to do something. I can't tell what's going on here, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll jump through some.
I just need to hear you say one thing, not be ashamed. All right?
Yeah.
Say I'm a nigga lover.
You need me to say that?
Yeah. Say I'm a nigga lover. Go ahead, man.
But does it mean all of them?
Kind of, a little bit. God, even a rotten one.
I don't know. I don't know if people think I should do it or not.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Please, 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 please. Come on, man. Stop fucking the show up, man. You fucking the show up, man.
You right, bro. Dang, dude.
Shit.
Fuck. What can I say, bro? I'm a lover, bro.
Oh. God is great, brother. God is great. God.
So if somebody goes see Theo Vaughn on the streets and gets a whooping on him, I mean, I guess you could. But is anybody going to chin check Mike Tyson for giving Theo Vaughn the pass?
Listen, baby, Mike Tyson he sounded like he was in the slow classes. Like Mike Tyson ain't able to give nobody a pass. That mug was slow, and then he started getting knocked in the head, which made him even more slow. He just a slow man with money at this point, talking about say it. Boy, what is wrong with you? God is good. Are we okay?
Oh boy. So should
Bruh,
Theo Vaughn now be canceled? Because I don't watch his podcast, but I do follow him and watch his clips on Twitter. And Theo Vaughn's pretty funny. I don't take offense to none of it.
Well, see, at this point, I think Theo Vaughn was scared for his life. Let's be real. He said, when Mike Tyson said, "You're fucking up the show," I think he seen them fist of fury coming, and so he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna say it."
Right. You're gonna have to. That's you know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson in your face telling you to say it. I go ahead and say it. Norm Macdonald didn't though. Norm Macdonald, because Tyson tried to get Norm Macdonald back in the day to do it as well, and Norm was like, "Nah, bro, absolutely not." He was willing to take the ass beating over that. So, me personally, I'm not offended by that. I've always been taught it's not what you're called; it's what you answer to. Now, mind you, you catch me on the right day where I'm irritated and you just start flying off at the mouth and you just getting disrespectful, looking for a reaction, baby. There's days I'll be your Huckleberry. Okay, there are days I'll be your Huckleberry. But for the most part, I don't care. I know you're doing it to get a reaction, and it says more about you than it does about me.
Exactly.
So, never offended by it. I'm not going to go out looking for some in real life streamer who is known to carry a weapon. By the way, I forgot to throw that out. Known to carry a weapon. Whenever he would get, pressed up on, he would flash on their weapon, flash his weapon, and they would back off. The guy he's a retired vet, by the way. He's a veteran, the guy that got shot. The gentleman that got shot, he is a retired vet. So that PTSD is real.
Is real.
Is real. So, Oh, all right, family. Moving right along. Oh, wait. Y'all, what's going on with these Bryants? What is going on with these Bryants? I'm not sure if y'all know what's going on. There's a doctor. She calls it. Now, this is her. Now, you know people like to self-diagnose, but I guess now they're self-degreeing themselves. I'm not sure.
Oh God.
I'm not
Yes,
sure.
girl. They
I'm
go
not
to
sure.
they go to that online school and get them a little certificate, okay? And they put it in their background and now they're a lawyer, they're a doctor, they're a dentist, okay?
Well,
Yeah.
she hasn't even shown a certificate. Let's just start there. Supposedly she has a master's. Let me pull her up. Let me get this on the screen for y'all. Hold on one second. Let me pull up this Dr. Chanel Bryant, who let me see, what is this one? And y'all forgive me, like I said, I'm under the weather, so I'm a little slow, a little stiff. Let me see, is this the one? No, this is not the one. Okay, one sec. I thought I had it posted up in my Okay, let's see what she's talking about. She's saying, I can't play some of these clips because it's Breakfast Club. And you know, we gotta be mindful of that. She is standing by the fact that she has 3 PhDs. Lord, this lady is crazy, family. This lady is crazy.
Earned the title. I have multiple degrees.
This is her. Now, she went on a tour. I'm not sure for what. I guess because she was getting questioned. So she felt the need to go on freaking tour and explain herself. I don't know, but I guess this is the clip of where she's listing her degrees, but not wanting to give. She doesn't owe anybody. She says she don't owe the public her credentials.
I've earned the title. I have multiple degrees, and I'm not going to prove anything to anybody. My obedience is to God, not to people. And so as long as I'm in his will and I'm serving and I'm doing his, his word, my sheep will know my voice, even the sheep in wolf clothing. That is not my battle.
Well,
that's
with the
his.
questions that are out there, why not provide the proof of your degree? Why not?
Well, a couple of things, right? I have multiple degrees. And my thing is that my proof isn't something that I have to prove to individuals. My proof is already within my credentials, my degrees, and also more than just my titles. It's in how effective I've been. All of my sessions have been live for the most part. My sessions with Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, Shannon Sharp, B. Simone, they have all been for the world to see. Right? So no one knew who Dr. Bryant was prior to seeing all of my sessions that were live. And they deemed it, as well as I did before they did it, they can't validate me, I validated myself. They deemed it as my work being effective. I am effective at what I do. I'm educated and I'm successful in my lane. And I'll land on this. I created my own lane. And so a lot of times, Marissa, when people say that you created something that maybe they couldn't, admiration turns into envy. And you got to be okay. And you got to be okay with that in that
as an
space.
attack. But I think, and I've gotten this question from many viewers, and I owe it to them in service to them.
Absolutely.
Why not drop doctor from your name if you cannot bring forth that doctoral degree?
So I've already covered this, right? And we're here obviously to talk about my new book. So I've earned the title. I have multiple degrees, and I'm not going to prove anything to anybody. And we're going to leave it just as that. Yeah.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Baby, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
And that's where, and you're standing by that.
Standing by it. Yeah,
right.
Because I earned it. Absolutely.
Baby, the shade, okay? Because she was not wanting to smack your hand. Because what do
Baby.
you mean? Girl, what do you mean you don't have, you're not owed, the public is not owed your certificates, your documentation. If you are out here calling yourself a doctor and you are performing and acting as a doctor, you have to provide those credentials. Hello.
Well, she was on the Joe Budden podcast. So family, you guys are going to have to search up some of this stuff on your own because we'll get hit over here. They'll shut us down. We can't share the Breakfast Club. I'm not playing with Joe Budden. Any of those things. But she goes on to these places and
so she's a celebrity therapist?
She's been on I guess. But she was telling Joe Budden that she doesn't, the way that she practices the type of therapy she does, she doesn't bill insurance, first of all, and she's saying she doesn't have to be licensed. And then here, son, take this water bill. That's for when y'all go to the dump, so you don't have to pay extra. Just put it up in your visor thing. Okay, lovey? Thank you, son. I'm sorry about that, family.
No, you're okay. So basically, she's a life coach trying to call herself a doctor.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. An overrated life coach.
Yes.
She's been on several people's, like I said, hi to the chat. Hi, everyone coming in. Please hit the up like. Like I said, well, hell, I didn't say it. She said it. I don't have to. I don't have to. She went on Club Shay Shay, family. She said, she told one of the people there, like, how do we see results? How, if it's not peer reviewed, you know what I mean? How do you, who's your competition, your colleagues, like, what do they have to say about it? And she's like, well, my proof is how effective all my sessions have been. Mind you, she's been on Shannon Sharp, Cam Newton, Breakfast Club, and it's HIPAA for her to not, but I don't know. She says she's not licensed. Y'all gonna have to go catch the clip. I really want to play it, but I refuse to because I'm not going to get in trouble. But that's what she says. Those are her results. So she basically sits up in these men's face and I'm not sure if I'm really not sure. She talks about her dating past with these men. She's sitting and having a drink with these men. She's deflecting onto their co-host, calling them white privilege. And because somebody asked her, hey, let me see those degrees. Well, I asked her about the degrees, like, why won't you show them? She was like, well, I can appreciate your point of view coming from a white privileged man. Like, what?
Girl, what does that got to do with anything? When people go to the doctor, they expect to see university, doctor, so-and-so, hanging in the room that they walk into or hanging in the damn waiting lobby that they walk into. Those are requirements, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
this is sick.
We won't, she'll be in, she's going to be in the Fed soon enough.
She'll be there with you.
Yeah. Welcome to Guantanamo. Welcome to Guantanamo. Good. I might need me a life coach. Where's LaTanya Jones? I would like her thoughts on this Chanel Bryant. I really would. I would like the OG life coach that I've ever known to break it on down. A glorified life coach is what this woman is. A shame and a scandal. So just go ahead, type in your little Chanel Bryant. Go watch some of the clips. Go watch some of the shows. You can pull her up right here on YouTube, and you'll see quite a bit of clips. Go look into it. I found it quite interesting. I said, "Wow, this is dangerous. It's delusional." Hey, what can we do, family?
Well, speaking of delusional, friend, can I share what this teacher had going on?
Come on.
Because this is a teacher. It doesn't really say what school she is in, but she let me get over here. But she doesn't
call herself a life coach. She calls herself a doctor.
Exactly.
Little badass. She's going by doctor.
Oh.
So she needs to provide, if she is providing services under the guise of a DR in front of her name, she better have those credentials that put the initials at the end of her name. Okay. Doctor, she claims she's a doctor of psychology, psychiatry, and something else. I can't remember. But she said she had 3 PhDs. Girl, boo. Okay. Sorry, Godmomma. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're engaging with the chat. So we might not listen to the whole 4 minutes because it is kind of long. However, I just want you to hear how the teacher is trying, and this is a young teacher, as you can clearly see, that the classroom is not having it. Okay, they're not having it at all. They're like, this is confusing. I don't understand. Can I just call you Miss Darren? And they're like, no, call me Teacher
So it's a
Karen.
girl being a boy? It's a
No,
female to male? Or it's a
it's
male to female?
non-binary. It's non-binary.
Okay.
Here we go.
I get confused with
Oh
these things.
shit. I'm
Walk me
sorry.
through it like I'm a toddler, please.
Okay.
Okay, class. So I am teacher Darren, and my pronouns are going to be Z, Zer, Zer, Zers, and Zerself. So that's how you will address me. Yes.
So what about she, her, hers, herself? That's what we know.
Yes, but I am gender neutral. So I am not a female, nor am I a male. I would be in between. So right here would be my pronouns. Yes, in the back.
So I'm sorry, I'm confused. Are you Mr. Darren? Miss Darren?
No, I am teacher Darren. There would be no Mr. or Mrs. in front of that, just teacher Darren.
Wouldn't it be Zister or Zis?
They haven't created that word yet, but you're on the right track. So it is just teacher Darren for now. Yes.
You look like a pretty lady to me.
Well, thank you. Most people would take that as a compliment, but I am gender neutral, so I am not a lady. I can be pretty, but not a lady. Yes.
So you can't be pretty, or
I said I can be pretty.
So you can be pretty and you can be handsome, but you are not a she that is pretty and you are not a he that is handsome.
Correct.
That don't make no sense.
And that's all we need from that family, because that don't make no sense.
I love the new age
Thank
kids.
you, child.
I love the new age kids. They're gonna roast the teachers, boy, right there in their face.
Right in her face. Because he said, so wait, you can be pretty and you can be handsome, but you're not a he or a she? I'm confused. Oh, I don't know how I would react as a parent, friend, if my kid came home like, "Mom, please look at this. Look at this video." Like, I think I would be at the school like, "Listen, ma'am, sir. Just move on." Like, is it like if I would have played the video longer, one of the children asked her, "Is this a part of the curriculum or you just added this?" And she was like, "No, I just added this. This is our class curriculum." So why are we adding, ma'am, move along. Okay? Move along. What are you supposed to be teaching my children? Because don't nobody give a hell about a Z, Zer, Zam, and Zoom. Okay? That sounds like Guantanamo Bay, Zam, Zams, and Zoom, Zooms, and Wham, Whams. Because why? And then, just coming off of the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago with the female predators that are in the classrooms, and you have this person saying, well, I don't identify as a male or a female. I don't. Basically, you're telling me you don't abide by societal norms. And a societal norm is you don't mess with little kids, so you don't abide by those types of societal norms. In my mind.
Oh, wait.
This is kind of sick, y'all. I don't know.
And when I hear those terms, Zer, Z, whatever, it reminds me of that guy from Persia, Xerxes or whatever his name was.
Yes.
From the movie 300, or it wasn't even real. Was he real, Xerxes? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But when they said that, because he in the movie 300, he was real gender fluid looking, presenting as well, right?
Yeah.
Talking about now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, we're getting somewhere, all right.
We're getting somewhere, all right. And so, I just want to know, moving on to my next topic, to roundabout bring on the new STD that's making headlines.
Hold on, before we get to the next topic, you didn't know that we're live from Guantanamo Bay? You didn't know that True Freeman got me hemmed up for harboring Super Saiyan Jim on my internet platform? Facts.
Finax. Big Finax. So with all this fluid neutrality, friend, because at one point in time they were saying if you're a lesbian, you can't catch STDs, right? At one point in time that was a thing.
Said that? Who said that?
A lot of
lesbians said that?
Yes, ma'am. A lot of the lesbian community, they still say that. I be on Bigo fighting, not fighting literally, but chat banging like, girl, are you okay? because you can definitely still catch a STD, STI. Okay.
Well, and then I was taught in sex education that it's physical contact when it comes to things like herpes, genital warts. It doesn't have to be any type of penis inserting a
Exactly.
vagina.
Right. Right.
But okay. I mean, that's what I was taught, but what do I know?
And see this new one right here, friend. This new STD that's making headlines, TMV11, trichophyton mentaglophobia, is highly
Wow.
contagious, sexually transmitted fungal infection. It is an emerging strain of a ringworm that causes inflammatory rashes and painful scaly lesions on the genitals, buttocks, and face. How does it spread, family? Through skin to skin contact during sex or sharing personal items like towels or clothing. Remember when, as a child, your granny told you don't be
Mhm.
wearing nobody else's panties? I don't care if they're
Mhm.
clean or no. Yeah. So I think to my LGBTQIA plus elemental P's, I love y'all, but y'all can still catch an STD, baby. Hmm. Yeah.
I think we need a visual. I mean, I'm grateful for the information, but I need to see it. Let me see. Super STI. Let me see.
Mm.
I want to see a
Could you?
picture of it.
And I've been seeing it circulating around online.
Yeah,
Men
that's
would
how I
be,
knew it was
they
ringworm
said,
because
they said they would be like, they would meet up with someone, they would kiss them, and they would wake up with these rashes all over their lips, all over their face, all over their hands, and it wasn't herpes. It was parasites. That's what trichomonas is. The STD, the STI that everyone, knows, the green stuff coming out your, well, that's a parasite inside of the vagina that lives inside the vagina, and it causes an infection. Rumor is that you get it with having intercourse with a down low man. That's the rumor. Now that hasn't been proven, I don't think, but it kind of makes sense because if you have a down low man who's sticking it in places where feces is supposed to go, and then he rams it up your hoo ha. I mean, hey, most of us are filled with worms. Amen. Just saying.
parasites and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's on his belly, family. It's not even on his stomach. I mean, on his private. Hold on, let me get this screen up for y'all real quick. Let's take this a step further. See, because I'm
Little
envisioning
badass said they trying to scare us. Baby, I'm skirt, okay?
this is from Duke University, I guess. Duke, is this Duke University? It's Global Health Duke Education, Global Health Institute. New STI is spreading in the US. What you should know. Look at it. It looks just like ringworm.
Mhm.
So you wouldn't even know. Like if I saw that, but look how big it is. Ringworm isn't that
Yeah,
big.
that
Like
big,
it's got
no.
to be there for like a very, very long time for
Mhm.
ringworm to get. Like those are kids that are super neglected out in the country and they just be around a bunch of stray cats and stuff.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. This was published March 27th, 2026, but there was an update on the 15th of April. Infectious disease experts have released 2 fact sheets to provide more information. Clinicals and general public about preventing, recognizing, and treating. Yikes.
EMV7.
See right here, Tom Carpino, postdoctoral associate. Y'all see that? Oh, okay.
I bet he got his credentials on here somewhere, friend.
Look, he don't even have doctor in front of his name or nothing, but he got his picture up there, and he's about to tell us about this trichophyton mentagrophytes type 7. That's sick.
Sick.
Yeah.
Trunks, legs,
Oh, wait.
genital.
It says it spreads through contact and has predominantly, did you say that? Been seen among men who have sex with men?
Well, didn't I say that trichomonas is the trichomonas that women know about? That is linked. They're rumoring it to be linked to men who sleep with men down low. But in
Jeez.
this tracks, family. This tracks.
Well, good. We need another identifier to expose these down low Negroes. I'm not mad at it.
Amen. At all.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. Shoot. He said that's scabies. Cap, they're just trying to scare y'all. Y'all better quit. Y'all better quit. Hell no.
Y'all can keep bumping uglies out of both pants legs. I'm gonna shut. Walmart is closed. Okay, Walmart is closed. You better go. Y'all's first date better be the health department, baby. But shit.
Not super tumor jam. Why do you call him that? I'm not. Y'all just be so ugly.
Super tumor. Why does he have to have a tumor, child? Anyway, so moving right along, let's kind of lighten the mood. I want some chat interaction. I'm gonna give y'all a little 1-2 for a second, and we'll be right back.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
So I was watching. I seen there where Donald Trump in the White House did a rededication for the what is that monument called, friend? Because I can't never get it right.
Which one? Mount Rushmore? What monument?
The one that sits in front of the White House, the big phallus that
Oh
sits
yeah.
down, and he made the little, he redid the little pool.
Yeah.
They was doing a rededication to it, and I was watching it a little bit, and I seen this comment come up. And it says, "The rich and affluent lift up the poor through their wealth. They provide us opportunities for jobs, homes, transportation, vacations, health."
Oh, your mic cut out, Godmomma. Godmomma. Uh-oh. Did you disconnect your headphone? Uh-oh, something happened, y'all. Hold tight. Having a little technical difficulty over here. Well, basically, Godmomma. Uh-oh. Let me send her a text. Maybe she don't know.
With home and with
Godmomma, you cut out for a good hot second, babe.
Oh, my bad.
You dropped out at transportation vacations. You dropped out right there.
Okay. Let me just reread it again. It says, "The rich and affluent lift up the poor through their wealth. They provide us opportunities for jobs, home, transportation, vacations, healthcare, pensions, etc. Please allow them to remain rich." I've never really seen it through this point of view. That being poor, I guess, is a good thing because the rich will lift them up. But I always thought there was a movement of the poor will eat the rich.
This comment is asinine to me, because to me it just comes down to, if you don't work, you don't eat, period. However, because we are a capitalist country, we have allowed people to monopolize on these said things right here: homes, transportation, vacations. They've monopolized on those things. So now, even if I go, I'm just, back in the day, they used to have cities that were built by the company, right? And they wouldn't even issue dollars. They would just issue like company coins. I forgot what those were called. Chad, if y'all remember those towns back in the day, and what happened to those towns? They went down. They couldn't suffice. And I think we're getting to that point. Our dollar doesn't hold weight. Any type of charity you try to give to is already owned by the company that's causing the problem in the first place. Let's talk about it, family. So the rich and the affluent lift up the poor. No, they don't. We're the stepping stones to keep them rich. And I don't believe in shared wealth whatsoever. However, there are situations where that has to be the case. There's disabled, there's elderly, there's people who, defects and things, right? So there is some people who just physically cannot carry their weight, period, regardless.
Right.
But for the most part, I'm down to just, if you don't work, you don't eat. And we've got to, if we're going, we got to tax the rich. That's it. I'm sorry. I don't feel no type of way about the rich. They are wealthy because of greed, and they are wealthy because we feed the beast. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Period. Don't come in my face telling me to be grateful for no rich person. Why? What? And speaking of the rich,
help
y'all,
you have health care.
no, they don't. The rich are they're monetizing healthcare. They're capitalizing off healthcare. They have now turned it into a monopoly in healthcare. What? Please. Salbo. But they're just selling us a dream, family. Y'all don't really need all this extra stuff. Okay? Capitalism is cool for things that are needed, but that we're doing too much. We're all about wants. We need what do they say that? Convenience. Just convenience, and now it's getting to a point where it's going to be subscribed. You don't own it.
Right.
Now you got to get a subscription for convenience, so I can skip ads, so I don't have to. No. These are not things that we need, family. So why are we paying for them? Only pay for what you need and let the rest go. Y'all be all right. Y'all will be all right. But who am I? Who am I? I promise you, I'm neither. I'm a middle class person right now. I know that line is getting stretched thin, but I'm truly in the middle class. I'm far from poor, but I am far from wealthy. Period.
I'm wealthy in spirit, though, baby. Okay.
All day, every day. All day, every day. Well, speaking of these wealthy people, though, Godmomma. Oh, I keep stopping my screen. We talked about data centers a little bit last week, right? And you know how your phone picks up on everything you speak on. So it was like, hey, let me flood you with some data center information. So, and I told you guys that on Watch Hour Wednesdays, I told y'all last week on our crazy ass Watch Hour Wednesday, we're going to be doing like city council meetings and stuff. We're going to be streaming those from all 50 states. Well, family, it seems to be in almost all 50 states, city councils are throwing fits. It's getting chiggy over these data centers. Okay? And a lot of people are just confused. Like, how could this happen? I am so confused. Like, nobody asked for a data center in our podunk little town. Tucker Carlson family, this weekend, I watched Tucker Carlson have a debate with Kevin O'Leary. Do you know who he is? He's from Shark Tank, and he's a billionaire. And well, he just purchased, I think it's like 40,000 acres or something crazy. It is supposedly, in comparison, it's the size of 3 Manhattans. The city of Manhattan. It's 3 times that size. Purchased that much land in Utah, family, for data center and for other things. He said, well, we're not going to use all the land for data centers, blah, blah, blah. Tucker Carlson was like, why is the taxpayers having to eat up these costs? He said, well, that's just how it is. That's how it's always been. This is Kevin O'Leary, family. He shed his skin. It was insufferable to hear. But he said that's just how it's always been. The city, the government, the feds, they give us tax incentives to bring. He was screaming, I'm bringing $14 billion to Utah. That's the least they could do. What? But who gets to see the profit of the $14 billion? Not us.
Thank you. Not us.
So Tucker was telling him, why are taxpayers, why is it publicly funded and privately profited? And Kevin O'Leary doubled down. That's just how it's always been. We won't build, you won't get the $14 billion infrastructure that we're bringing to Utah. You're not going to get all the benefits. Then he goes to say, right now we have, it's going to be like 50,000 employees because of construction, da-da-da-da-da. But as the years progress, it's only going to drop down to 2,000 employees. So Tucker checks him on that. He's like, it's such a temporary economy boost that it's not worth it in the long run. Then people are with higher energy, less water, while the richer are just getting richer. So Y'all go check that out. Go watch. Y'all, I'm not a big Tucker Carlson fan, but he's been throwing out some bangers lately. So I'm not even mad at him. Okay. Y'all go check out Tucker Carlson right here on YouTube. Kevin O'Leary. You'll have to fast forward like the first hour and 30 minutes before the debate begins. Tucker's just up there giving us backstories about data centers and yada, yada, yada. Some pretty good information, but I'd rather look it up for myself than let somebody spoon feed me. So that's what I did. While I was listening to all the jargon and the back and forth, I went and looked up for myself and I said, hold on. Like, because y'all know I read Project 2025 and I'm like, they had something about this. I could not remember what it was titled, family. But my phone, the algorithm, my mind, the internet blessed me. It said, oh, baby, it's called the Genesis mission. And I was like, wait, what is this? What is this Genesis mission? Baby, we about to read a little bit of it together, family. Okay? So people are up here talking about, this came straight from the White House. Let me go straight to the White House first. The White House posted, we are launching the Genesis mission. On May 15th, somebody was like, anybody following this? Mind you, this was posted November 24th, 2025. Okay?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Correct. Okay? Well, we weren't even paying attention to what is it? What is it? Go look it up yourself. We're just here to give you Cliff Notes. Somebody here says, oh, yeah, we told you guys about this last year. So I'm like, let me go look. I start looking. Now, these are not my feelings. This looks like it's a tinfoil hat, biblical inspired. I'm not really sure. I've never seen this website. Don't know anything about it. But they did give some Cliff Notes. We're going to read through them. Mind you, they sound awfully biased. I'm not here for all that. Anyways, Donald Trump signs executive order to launch artificial intelligence initiative called the Genesis mission. Okay? These people are calling it a digital Tower of Babel. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. Yes. So if you go back, here, we'll read this. This order launches the Genesis, this is quoted, okay? This order launches the Genesis mission as a dedicated, coordinated national effort to unleash a new age of AI, accelerated innovation and discovery that can solve the most challenging problems of this century. We're not going to read through the whole order ourselves, but family, go look in Trump's Genesis mission. Now, back to what I was saying about Kevin O'Leary, though, in that discussion, because it was nice to hear it firsthand from him, somebody who actually is owning data centers. And when Tucker was asking him, like, what is this need? What is this? Where did this come from? Why all of a sudden are we so in dire need of artificial intelligence, data centers? What is all this? Kevin O'Leary's response was, well, China's doing it, and they're ahead of the game right now.
China also has babies working in sweatshops. Is that what we're going to get on to?
Tucker Carlson said, well, they are under a complete, he called it a surveillance state.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not comfortable. Tucker was just basically saying he's not comfortable with doing something just because China's doing it. He's like, there's got to be other ways, faster ways. And Kevin O'Leary was basically saying, no, we've got to do this as fast as possible. Now. Well, also in my research, family, while I was listening to this debate, I'm looking up some, because he keeps talking about investors. I got investors. Like, none of them have come public, even though he says that it is a public forum that even ourselves, we can go invest in these data centers if we want. How much profit will we turn? I guess it depends on how much you put in. I don't really know. Well, there's word on the curb from a little bit of analytics that this might be a misfire, family, with all the pushback that the citizens are doing. It has gotten down to where they have even set fire to some building locations. Okay.
The citizens are getting jiggy.
They are getting jiggy, family. So now the investors, not the investors, but the actual, like the Kevin O'Leary's, the actual company holder, is getting concerned that investors are going to pull back if we don't get this up and going. They're going to go find something else to invest in, or in another country, or with the da-da-da-da-da. So I will be keeping eyes up on who are these investors, where are they from, and what else are they incentivized for getting? What are all the incentives these governments are offering these investors?
I wouldn't be surprised nor shocked if it wasn't China and Chinese investors. Since we just had the lady get ousted for being a Chinese spy, and she was a city official, and he over here screaming, "Well, China's doing it." That's who's funding him. Okay. That's who's funding. That's who's helping. And shout out to the citizens. Shout out to the real in the field, boots on the ground concerned citizens who walk into their city officials and say, "No, this is not what we want." And it's a group of y'all. Shout out to each and every one of y'all, because that is what keeps America America. Period.
Period. We
Because
don't need
we've
AI
done it
for this
locally. No, we don't. We've done it locally. I see it every day, like you, friend. It's on my news feed of people just standing in full attention, full community. We don't want this, and you will have to kill every single one of us to put this here. I can't be mad at it.
1 second.
Can't be mad at it. Now, Lil Badass, a lot of people do disagree with taxing the rich. I think we've talked about it before. And I think Salt was even a person who brought it up, and I've known Aunt T to speak on it too, to where, their logic is that if you tax the rich more, that's just going to put the foot harder on the poor man's neck, because he's not going to give you your raises. He's not going to give you your bonuses. He's not going to, and I say he, um, no disrespect to my CEO, she's. But I'm just saying, like, there's more incentive to not tax them because more, and I understand that. I understand that. I understand the trickle down effect. I understand, um, you know, getting punished for someone else's wrongdoings. One bad apple spoils the rest of the bag. I understand that logic. However, when our communities are suffering, the rich need to come up off of off some coins. Period.
Well, I mean, I was just looking at the guy that works with Daily Mail. What's his name? Shapiro? Ben Shapiro, whatever. He just laid off a bunch of employees instead of taking a price cut or a paycheck cut or whatever. Like, why do you still get to make millions and cut these people off? And you're like, and it saddens me that they're gone. Like, no.
No,
Eat the rich. I'm sorry. Eat the rich. No, because we're getting screwed. Let me talk to you a little about it. It's not like you care or anything, but let's have a conversation for conversation's sake. When we have companies that are able to purchase homes, or that's all they are. It's just that's all it is. I've seen so many companies that's their only job is they own 2,000 properties. That's it. That's all they do. Well, they are going to get a tax credit because they are an LLC, because they're a company and they're housing this and they're la. Okay. They don't have to pay the same state property tax when they own it as a company. You can write off a lot of things, but who does that fall back on? The people who actually own their house. The people that didn't own it from you know what I'm saying? So it just keeps screwing the average citizen. Now, if you don't own anything and you've lived in an apartment your whole life, or you've just leased your whole life, you don't care. None of this makes sense because you don't provide property taxes.
Right.
So that's just, you'll never care. You'll never understand. Well, I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, these companies that own these houses are getting tax credits that regular citizens aren't. while our property
Right.
taxes and our other taxes are getting increased. That is not no.
And I
Mm-mm.
mean, even for the people who just lease, it is still falling. You're still suffering too, because I sit and watch these big corporations come in and scoop up houses for tax dollars,
Right.
$8,000,
Right.
$3,000,
Yes.
$60,000, and then they put maybe $5,000 into it and rent it out to you and make triple of their mortgage payment.
Yes.
Their mortgage payment may only be $200 a month, but you're paying $1,200. That's how they're eating off of the poor, and they can remain rich. It in theory, it sounds like a good system, but it played out, it is not. It is
Correct.
not, because the rich don't hold up their end of the bargain.
Correct. Like Kevin O'Leary was saying, I'll have 40,000 jobs for Utah or however many people, and that's just for construction purposes. And he was talking about, and they're going to need housing. They're going to need groceries. So I'm bringing all this, but then after construction's done, everything's built. What happens? Because you're only keeping on 2,000 employees.
Right.
So
That's
make that make sense.
38,000 people out of a job.
Right. Correct.
In these new houses, in these new things that you
Correct.
just said that they needed.
Correct.
It's gonna be a ghost town.
But that raises property value, that raises taxes for people who
Mhm.
actually own their stuff. I don't care. The rich, it's fine being rich, but we got to put a cap on these companies. It is
Right.
what it is. The lobbying needs to stop. And there's got to be some, no. So, well, that's our hour, Godmomma. Is there anything else you've got for us?
No. No, I think we're pretty good ending right here.
Okay.
It was a full hour. It was a good little hour. We got to talk about how the rich shouldn't be eating the poor the way that they do.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it.
No public funding for private profits. No.
Exactly. We were, we learned that we need to keep our legs closed and pay attention to when people got a ringworm. You might not
Mm-hmm.
want to make love to them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you might want to be paying a little bit. School's almost out, but maybe have a conversation with your kids. Like, hey, is any of your teachers doing this weirdo shit in class? Because this is kind of strange. Making you call them Z, Zer, and Zam.
So these people here. And yes, on my end, y'all go look up Donald Trump signing the executive order for the Genesis mission, so you can get some understanding that he absolutely is on Team Data Center side. And it looks like, he's ready. He's ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Also look up Tucker Carlson talking to Kevin O'Leary, family. Go look that up. Don't worry about that fake doctor lady. She be all right. Go look up some stuff and see what's going on in your neck of the woods. Okay? See what's going on. Check your water bill usage. Okay?
Mm-hmm. That's how you know.
Mm-hmm. Check your water. Stuff's starting to get a little too pricey. Tap into y'all. And me and Godmomma talked about this. Most city council meetings, I know mine, they have a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't show up, you can go type in, city council meetings. I know we have ours twice a month. It's like the first Tuesday and the last Tuesday of the month or something. It is. And if I can't make it, I can watch it right here live and see what they're talking
about. Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they usually do Facebook lives too.
So you don't have to attend them physically. If they can build these data centers, you can get online and watch a city council meeting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then take you some notes, and if you got some questions, you go to your mayor's office and you say,
Correct.
"Hey, do you have some time for some questions?"
Yes. All right, y'all. The guards are coming. We gotta go. The guards are coming. We gotta go.
We'll see y'all when they let us out.
Yeah.
Shout out to the replay game.